This is just the beginning. The 15-year-old is looking forward to teaming up with other 17-year-olds representing America on the world stage.
Well, her talents are taking her a long way, literally. If they win in Costa Rica, they will head to Chile, and then that happens next year. Very good.
The Edge at 11 starts now.
Well, tonight on The Edge, a terrifying attack in Taylor leaves a woman seriously injured.
Police say her boyfriend attacked her with a knife and, quote, filleted her neck. Fox 2's Tanisha Cordell joining us live with the latest on this really troubling case. Tanisha?
Absolutely. 65-year-old James Doyle facing 5 charges. They're all stacked against him, including assault with intent to murder. Police describing and sharing the gruesome details with us that led to his arrest. They say Doyle attacked brutally his then live-in girlfriend from behind with a knife while she was watching TV. All this happening around midnight on Tuesday. Investigators describing her wound as 6 inches long, down from her earlobe, down her neck. They say she lost a lot of blood, as you can imagine. And immediately after, here's the courageous part, after that attack, this woman calls 911, able to tell dispatchers what happened, and that Doyle left right after that attack. Police tracking him down inside of his car on Eureka near I-75, again here in Taylor. They say Doyle was not cooperative at first, and it took a while to get him to come out of his car and surrender. They performed a felony stop, is what they called, arresting him, and we spent all day long scoping out William Street, where that attack originally happened. Neighbor was just in absolute shock learning what happened. Take a listen. Thinking what right now?
What the hell? Is this guy nuts? I mean, what led up to it is what I want to know. And why would you go and fillet her like that? What was going through your mind? That was stupid. Yeah. Now your life is destroyed because you did that to her, and her life might not be the same.
This world is quite a scary place. Try to take all the precautions to be safe. You know, that's all you can do.
These details, just a lot for anyone to take in. We want to take a moment to just take a breath here and just remind everyone watching that the National Domestic Violence Hotline is here and ready to take your call. Whether you're seeking help for yourself or asking for advice for a loved one, you can make a toll-free call, completely anonymous, anytime, any day. That number on your screen there, take a look, 1-800-799-7233. Now, again, just absolutely brutal for this community and for this woman, the victim, her family. You can only imagine. Police now just waiting for blood tests to come back to see what alcohol level Doyle was at during the time of this attack. Still really investigating too into trying to figure out, answer questions about why this happened and what led to this. They are mentioning, you know, possible unreported domestic violence incidents in the past. For now, though, Doyle in custody with a $500,000 bond. He faces a judge in about a week. For now, live reporting in Taylor, I'm Tanisha Cordell on The Edge.
Well, do we know anything about potential mental health issues or maybe some paranoia involved with some, maybe some drugs? Are they testing for that as well? Because this certainly sounds like an extreme situation.
It absolutely is. I mean, anytime domestic violence has evolved, and we talked to one of the lieutenants working the case, he's like, you know, anytime there's a weapon involved, this is just truly dangerous. Again, when you're adding in the alcohol being a factor here, it's hard to imagine, Darren, why anyone would do this. You know, it's easy to speculate what's going on in someone's mind if there is mental issues. Again, alcohol being present, but you know, domestic violence is just one of those things no one can put their finger on. But it's just unfortunate that this happened, and certainly everyone in this community praying for and thinking of this woman and the victim in this incident. Yeah,
absolutely. All right, thanks for that report, Tanisha. Well, Fox 2 problem solvers are working for you tonight.
After receiving a jarring video of a dog jumping out of a second-story window in Detroit, we started asking questions, and we got to work.
This two-story home sits on Detroit's west side. Home security video sent to Fox 2 shows the dog leaping out of a top-floor window, hitting the ground and scampering off, limping. Then what appears to be its owner comes out with a stick or pole.
You see that human come out of the house so angry with a stick, almost to finish a job.
Sources tell us the dog never came home. After the video was anonymously sent to us, Fox 2 Problem Solver's first call was to Christina Millman Rinaldi, head of Detroit Dog Rescue.
He looks back very fearfully. He's limping. This wasn't, my belief is this dog was not the aggressor in the situation. Nobody was trying to protect themselves.
Her team went to do a welfare check this week and no answer. Then we went to Detroit Animal Care and Control for answers. They tell us they've been monitoring this situation since August, but this is the first time they've seen that video. After they did, an investigator went to the home and cited the owner for having too many dogs in the house, no licenses, and no rabies vaccines. They tell us this is still an active investigation.
My concern is other animals in the home. My bigger concern is on a human level. Are there kids in the home? What was the issue? Is there an anger issue?
So, Taryn, this happened in the area, 7 Mile and Telegraph. You know me, I love dogs. We searched the area, could not find the dog. If you do recognize the pup, I know the story's on our website. You can call Detroit Dog Rescue. They'll come out and take a look.
Oh, let's hope that someone does. Thanks, Jess. All right, well, the Fox 2 Problem Solvers working for you. So if you have an issue that can't get solved, let us know. Contact the Fox 2 Problem Solvers by just scanning the QR code right there on your screen to send us an email. A tragic update out of Ann Arbor. A man who was shot this afternoon has died. It happened around 2 this afternoon in the area of Packard and Platt. Witnesses say a man was ambushed, leaving a barber shop and shot several times. The victim, an 18-year-old man from Westland, was later pronounced dead. 3 suspects had fled in a getaway car but crashed just blocks away and were all arrested. A motive in the deadly shooting remains unclear. Well, a major update to a story we've been following for about a month now.
Tonight, we have learned a family betrayal is at the root of a horrific kidnapping plot in Detroit. Federal prosecutors say Curtis Dixon, who rose to fame after a social media influencer rewarded him with $100,000, was targeted by a group of people, including his own nephew, Roland Terrell Chapman, and 4 others, including additional family members, are accused of luring Dixon into an SUV, beating him, forcing him to withdraw cash, and then leaving him tied up inside his burning vehicle. Investigators say the plan was hatched during jail calls and executed with help from a woman who asked Dixon for a ride. ATF agents later found drugs, guns, and items from Dixon's stolen safe. All 5 suspects now face federal charges.
Well, even more disgusting charges for a man accused in the murder, kidnapping, and sexual assault of a 13-year-old girl. 42-year-old Jarvis Butts is now charged with sexually assaulting a female relative when she was just 8 years old. He's also awaiting trial on the death of 13-year-old Neziah Harris.
He has done it multiple times. On top of that, there was a witness who caught the defendant penetrating the complaining witness. And Your Honor, it should be noted that he is facing other multiple CSC charges.
And the charges for Butts involving young girls date back to 2012.
Balloon. Excellent. What was it, 3.7? 3.7. 3.7. Yeah, that's a doozy.
That's unbelievable. 32-year-old Rachel Rose charged with being super drunk. According to Grosse Pointe police last week, she hit an 18-year-old man who was on a moped and then kept going. He is okay, but police tracked her down at a gas station. They say when they found her, she was wiping paint from the moped off her vehicle. When they first tested her blood alcohol level, it was nearly 0.37. They took it again and it measured at 0.41. That is more than 5 times the legal limit.
She did not act like somebody that was majorly over the limit. During her sobriety test that the officer gave her, she didn't pass them, but she also didn't fall flat on her face either.
Like you're blowing up a balloon. Excellent.
Because of her extreme blood alcohol level, the woman had to be hospitalized, and now she's out on bond.
Well, it's going to take a while to fix that broken water main in Novi. We're told up to 15 days. Crews are working around the clock, and the main broke Thursday morning on 14 Mile west of M5. This affected people in several communities. The boil water alert for Wixom is lifted, but it remains in effect for Walled Lake and parts of Novi until further notice. As the water leaks, some customers might be boiling mad, while others are just going with the flow.
I've got a big birthday party on Saturday, and over 100 people are coming from literally all over the United States.
Well, there's worse things in life. You got to just figure it out and go on, you know. Get some bottled water, brush your teeth, and move on.
We're struggling with the isolation of this particular area, which involves closing connections so that we can make sure that flow does not come in while they're down making this repair.
Affected customers can use their water for showers, but they need to boil it if they want to drink it.
Well, maybe you got those coveted Zach Bryan tickets to go to the big house. It looks like we got a pretty nice weekend ahead of us.
Oh, yeah. A lot of things going on this weekend, and Stephanie Mead is here to let us know what it's going to be like.
Yeah, so it's going to be a great weekend to do pretty much whatever you want to do. This is a live look over the city. It's dry, it's quiet, and this is kind of going to be a really quiet pattern for us here. There isn't a whole lot of rain chances, if really any, in the extended forecast. And this upcoming weekend looks pretty good, too, to be outside. 66 in the city right now, 64 in Lansing, low 60s, Mount Pleasant. We don't have a whole lot going on across the upper Midwest and the Ohio Valley, so it's quiet. We have a few showers down near the Carolinas, additional rain up near parts of Minnesota too, but for the most part, the entire state is mainly dry. Now, not everyone is going to stay that way. I think if you have plans to go to northern Michigan, maybe up near the Thumb, there might be a few more shower chances, but for us here locally, it is quiet. Temps tonight will fall through the low 60s, and then looking towards this upcoming weekend, it's going to feel more like a summer weekend than a fall-like weekend. It's the last weekend of September, and it's going out warm. 82 Saturday, Sunday, 83 for the Lions game on Sunday. It's going to be nice. I think tailgaters will be welcomed in with pretty good conditions too. A lot of sunshine. Monday 84, so it's only going to continue to get warmer. But as mentioned before, there really isn't a whole lot going on in the extended forecast. Really not much rain. Can't find it here, at least. We're not necessarily seeing any moisture until possibly maybe even next Friday, but that's still a ways out, and that could even get pushed out even further than Friday evening. Now, even though temps are getting warmer, our humidity levels are not going up, which is really nice. And this past week, we really felt that humidity, even though temps were actually a little cool. We saw a lot of rain around, so that's why it felt so at least a little sticky in spots. 73 for tailgaters on Sunday. If you have any plans to maybe look at some of the leaves, we're really not starting to see any changeover until you head towards the UP. There's very low color changeover from mid to northern Michigan, and not a whole lot happening closer to home. In the extended forecast, temperatures are going to be in the 80s until at least Tuesday. Lows will be in the 60s, and then moving forward, there might be a little bit of a cool down as we head through mid to late week, but that's a bit closer to seasonal with highs in the lower 70s. Taryn, over to you.
Thanks, Stephanie. Well, still ahead, protests against ICE heating up once again, and one of them got ugly outside Chicago. We're going to explain what happened when we come back.